Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name's Lefebvre, and today we're doing an unboxing, like a legit unboxing, because usually when I get packages from companies, they're on my off days, like when I'm with the kids, or at nighttime, or really early in the morning, and I haven't showered, and I am very impatient, and I don't like to wait to open them on camera during my work days. Sometimes, most of the time, I will just open them because I can't wait and I need to see what's inside. But this came today and I'm showered and I'm working, so it's like the perfect time to do a real unboxing where I'm seeing it for the first time. So let's take a look. These are from a company called Karst's Goods. I had never heard of them before. They reached out to me, asked if I would try their woodless watercolor pencils. So obviously I said, yeah, please and thank you. And I wanted to share it with you guys today. So let's take a look. Okay, so let's open this package. It says, create today, shape tomorrow. All right. We are the makers. We are makers behind the makers, the designers behind the designers. That's exciting. Okay. Ooh, okay. Nice packaging. So we have these, which look like the pencils, and a sketch pad. Ooh. Okay, so I did look up their company, and here it says like normal paper, but only better. The paper is not made from wood. It's made from recycled stone. I have no idea how that's possible and how that works, but it sounds really, really cool. And I have never tried anything like this in my life. So I'm very excited to see this. So it says, what you're holding is paper made from stone, made from 100% recycled stone and without any trees, bleaches, or acids. Karst's stone paper is rebuilt from first principles to do what normal paper can't. This sketchpad saves trees, water, and energy while being waterproof, more sustainable, and infinitely smoother to write, scribble, doodle, and draw on. If there's a better way to make paper, we haven't found it. And if we do, we'll be sure to let you know. So this is really cool. So this works with wet and dry mediums. It's thick, durable. You can't rain on this parade. It's waterproof. That's crazy. I am so excited to try this. And then these are new. So I know that they were mostly known for their sketch pads and their stone paper. And they had some woodless pencils, but they just made woodless watercolor pencils, which I'm very excited about, because I do have watercolor pencils, but these just looked absolutely beautiful. Okay, why am I struggling? Okay, whoa. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay, maybe I don't know. Were they supposed to be like that? Okay, let me see if I can push it out this way. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Look at these. These are so cool. What the? I have never seen anything like this in my life. I don't know if you can get a good glimpse of this, but it's all like, it's not wood. It's a watercolor pencil. First of all, look at these colors too. Okay, it says just a pencil minus the wood. So there's 24 watercolor pencils. We've made this woodless watercolored pencil set to inspire and create your creative moments. With smooth, vibrant pigments, experience a rush of color with every stroke. Simply apply the pencils to paper and watch as the colors come to life with water. Experiment with different layering and blending techniques to achieve the desired effect. Enjoy 5 times more color pigment while eliminating the mess of wood shavings. Prepare to create breathtaking watercolor masterpieces with our premium watercolor set. So this whole thing, I guess minus whatever like kind of coating is on here, this is all pigment. Like there's no wood in there. So this whole thing is pigment. And just like look how sleek these look. This is amazing. I have never seen anything like this in my life. Wow. Okay. We have to test this out. And look at the green they have. Guys, they have an olive green. Oh my God. Okay. I am so excited to try this. Okay, so now I'm going to open the paper, which you can use the watercolor pencils on this paper, which obviously because they sent it together, but I don't know, like, you know me and watercolor paper, well, most watercolor artists were very particular about what kind of paper you use and what works well with watercolor with watercolors in general. So I am so excited to try this. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Okay. These just feel so classy too, you know? They just feel so classy. All right. So let me see if I can explain how this feels. Like, it's the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing. Like, it's so smooth and soft. It has a smell to it. Not like a bad smell, but like I don't know. It's nice. It's weird. Okay, I don't know. I have to swatch these to start because this is just too exciting. Okay. I love the feel of these. So let's just see. So I'm just going to do, like, they feel so nice. I'm curious to see how they activate with water. That's cool. I don't know why. That's just really cool. The test will be with the water, I think. So they feel like regular pencils. I don't know why. This is just kind of blowing my mind. I've just never seen anything like this. Okay, I'm dying to see how they activate with water, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm just taking one of my brushes, a smaller size 4 round. And there's the watercolor. Huh. Okay, so this paper is really smooth, which typically when I'm working with watercolors, I don't love just because I like that toothier texture, right? But when we do an actual painting or drawing with this, this will be kind of like the test. But I mean, it blends out super nice, and you don't really see many of the strokes underneath, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to swatch the rest of these with kind of like a little, just sped up a little bit and some music, because I just want to enjoy this process. So let's do it. Okay, so there is all of them swatched, and it's very, very cool. They're very pigmented. Gorgeous set of colors. Honestly, this is like one of the perfect sets of colors I've seen. I love every single one of them. This indigo is like to die for. Or maybe it's like more of a Payne's gray. I don't know. But it's very interesting. It's hard to kind of tell on this paper because it's so different than what I usually paint on with watercolor. So I'm curious to how these would react on like a traditional watercolor paper. I actually might do like a quick little, just, you know, kind of test it out to see. But you see how the difference, like when I color with it on a textured watercolor paper, you get that kind of, you know, colored pencil-esque feel to it. Like it's just very, very textured. So it's a little harder to get that nice smooth look, especially if you're trying to do illustrations. So the smooth paper comes in handy. So I'm going to actually have to do a proper painting with these, or drawing, I don't know what you call it, with these colored pencils on, like, but look at how pigmented that is. Holy moly. These are so pretty. So they work obviously on watercolor paper too. It's just going to be very, very different than it is on here. You can see a lot of those kind of like cauliflower marks. It's because I have a lot of water, but also because the paper is very smooth. So the color sits on top. It does not soak in like it's doing to this paper. See how smooth this is? Like how it soaks right in. This tends to sit on top, but this could be very nice for like a stylized painting, doing it on this paper. But either way, they work beautifully on regular cold pressed watercolor paper. So much fun. Honestly, these are like the fanciest, like they just feel so high class and beautiful and just, I don't know, I'm really inspired by the packaging and the look of these. And I don't always tell people to like go out and buy new things. I don't think you need all the art supplies in the world, but sometimes a product will just inspire you. And I feel like this is what that's doing right now, which is really cool. And I really like how there's like no wood. So this is all pigment. So the other ways that you can use it, like they said, I think somewhere here, you can use the pencil shavings. So say you want to sharpen your pencil. I have this one, this pencil sharpener. That's not great here. It's very, very messy. But you can sharpen your pencil and then use the shavings to like just drop them in a palette and then use it as watercolor with a brush. You just pick it up with a brush, which is great. I'm curious if I like wet my pencil here and draw with it. Like, look at how pigmented that is. Okay, it just kind of comes alive there. Ooh, look how, oh, whoa. You just wet it a bit. Look how pigmented that is. And then as it dries, you get that kind of pencil texture, which is cool. You can always, with your pencils as well, take your brush straight from the tip there, and then paint with it, which is really cool. There's like all these different kind of techniques. I'm kind of curious, like if I'm just gonna, oops, that's too much water. I'm gonna put some water down and then draw over it, see if that gives kind of like a different effect. Whoa, I don't know if you guys saw that. Look at that. You can kind of see the water dispersing, but like you can get this really nice blended out look. Look at that. This is so cool. And I've worked with some watercolor pencils in the past, and they're not my favorite, but this, I don't know, there's something about this. This is really cool. And I'm not just saying that. I don't know why. I feel inspired. Maybe it's the day. But this paper is also very cool. So I really want to try something on this paper with these. And then maybe in another video, I will do something else with these pencils on regular watercolor paper, because it does blend out and give you more of that watercolor effect on regular watercolor paper. But I just love the fact that this is made of stone. Like, that's so cool. So yeah, these are pretty awesome. So now I am going to try and do some sort of painting. So let's jump in. Okay, so now I am going to try and do like a little illustration with these. Hopefully it goes well, and I'm going to try it on this paper, and then later on my own time I might try it on different watercolor paper to see the difference, just to see if it works better. But I am just super curious about actually doing a painting on this. I think this is so cool. This is one of the few watercolor products that I've tried that I'm really intrigued by, and I think it's just such a cool concept. I don't know, just to have watercolor pencils that are just woodless, and I don't know. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna do this kind of sped up as I'm figuring it out, and I will let you know any of my findings when I'm done. Okay, so there we go. There is my illustration of like a little waterfall. I don't know. This was a lot of fun to draw on. The paper is so smooth. The thing I did learn though is do not use the heat tool with stone paper. It buckles right away. And it is because of the heat tool, because I used a bunch of water on this paper and it's not warped at all. But this one just buckled immediately, and I saw it start to shrivel up once I put the heat tool on it. So don't do that. Just be patient, which I am not, and wait for it to dry naturally. But it's really kind of cool how the watercolor took to this paper. Like I said, it's not like a typical watercolor paper that I would usually paint on. You get a lot of these blooms, which we usually try to avoid in watercolor, unless we do them with purpose. And I wasn't trying to do them with purpose, but it was because the water was sitting on top, so they made these pools. But I love this for this painting because it made the rocks so much more interesting to look at, and the water. So it just kind of gave this painting / drawing a style that wouldn't have happened otherwise. So I could see myself just like sketching in this book and using these watercolor pencils and this paper to do more stylized illustrations. That was super fun. And I think I'm going to do another video doing, more with these pencils because they are so fun and so beautifully, like just aesthetically. Did I just say so beautifully? So aesthetically beautiful. I'm kind of obsessed, and it just kind of brings out this excitement and inspiration in me, which I don't usually have with a lot of my other watercolor supplies. So that's that. This is really fun. Paper feels so cool, and I'm really pleased with this product. Very, very cool. I am going to link it all down below so you can check it out. Definitely do that, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on all my other platforms for tons more content. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!